Hi Scorpio, welcome to your September 2020 love and romance reading. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, of course, Venus. I know a lot of you like to check out your Venus sign when it comes to love, so we're setting the intention for Venus as well. If you are sick and tired of these love readings, you're just so sick of us tarot readers on YouTube that do nothing but talk about love, you don't even know why you clicked on a love reading right now, you're just so over it. I want to remind you guys that every single week I do a weekly forecast around career, spirituality, finances, healing, blockage removal, anything that Spirit wants to talk about other than love and romance. So make sure that you check those out as well. If you're just kind of interested in life as a whole and not only love, check out the weekly forecasts as well. Alrighty, Scorpios, let's see what's going on for you guys. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for love and romance in September. Alrighty, so first off bat, we have here 3 of Trees. It says dedication. Now, I'm excited, Scorpio, for you guys to be getting this card and to have it coming up as your first card. Okay, in this particular deck, what is listed as 3 of Trees is going to be what many of you have heard of before in traditional tarot as 3 of Pentacles. Okay, and 3 of Pentacles can indicate, like, you know, building upon something, you know, somebody kind of taking you under their wing, but it can, in a love reading, indicate the building of a foundation or having a solid foundation. So what this is telling me, Scorpio, is if you're a Scorpio that you've just been like, oh my gosh, like, when and how am I gonna find someone that has the same priorities or the same principles as me? This is a challenge a lot of people who begin to wake up have, right? Like, a lot of people find themselves in this really weird in-between spot, in this really weird in-between place. Because on one hand, they see where some traditions and some beliefs are maybe dysfunctional or damaging, but they might also still have a certain level or a certain degree of tradition or like just old school values. And so there's like in this in-between place, right? Like, for example, when a lot of people started coming into awakening, there might be certain teachers who teach, oh my gosh, you know, you need to be out there and you need to be like, you know, free love and just go and like be with everybody and just always say yes. And that doesn't resonate for everybody, right? But you might also like maybe walk into a church and feel very out of place there. So it's like, well, where do I go? Like how, where do I find this person that is, you know, not stuck in the past, but also has a certain degree of principles and priorities and ethics and morals and values, right? Sometimes we get caught between the two extremes and we're just in the middle, like, ah, this is a lonely place. So the fact that this card is coming up, Scorpio, I feel like a lot of you are finally beginning to align with other people who are finding that in-between place as you have found yourself to be in right now. Okay, there's a great awakening that's happening right now, and some people woke up a little early. So you might be one of those people, right? But now there's somebody that's coming along that you know, wants what you want, you know, has in mind what you have in mind, who's looking for the kind of life you're looking for. Now, if you've already been dating someone, if you've been seeing someone and you're just kind of checking out this video because you're just kind of curious where their mind might be at, or what might be coming down the line for you in September in terms of this relationship moving forward, this card is going to say that someone really, really sees potential with you. Like, they really feel like, you know what, this really has the potential of being something significant. This really could be my person. This really could be someone long term. But I need to examine it further. I need to be sure this person is who I think they are, and I need to be sure that this relationship is going to stand the test of time. So it's going to be a relationship or a situation where the person's going to want to go slow. They're not going slow because they're afraid to commit, and they're not going slow because they don't know how they feel about you. It's more like they're going slow because they want to be sure this is for real. And they're like, well, if it's going to be for real, then, you know, it's going to last the test of time here. So if you're cross-watching for Scorpio, you might kind of maybe want to make that clear to them, because Scorpios typically, I'm saying this as a Scorpio, Scorpios can become a little impatient if they feel like something is ambiguous, if they feel like something isn't clear, or if they just kind of feel like, you know, they're not sure where something is going. It's going to be very hard for a Scorpio to just kind of hang out and play it by ear. So if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, that is something that you're going to maybe want to make clear to them, like what your intentions are. Your next card here, my darlings, is the beginning, and this is initiation. Okay, this is a major arcana card. Now, if you watch my readings, you know that the major arcana cards are significant for me for a few reasons. They indicate for me that you're coming into a new chapter in your life. You're coming into a new period, that this is a very significant defining moment for you in your life. Now, in a love reading, the major arcana card tells me that this is a soulmate that not only have you had many past life relationships with, but you also have an agreement with this person, that you all made an agreement that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. Okay? And so when the Fool card comes up, the Fool card here indicates to me like going in a direction that doesn't make sense to a lot of other people. Okay, so in other words, this Three of Pentacles is saying that this is a relationship where you guys want the same things. You guys have the same kind of vision for the future. You agree on a lot of the really important stuff for a long-lasting relationship. But the Fool card for me, and this is not going to be the case for all readers, because each reader has different feeling around cards. But the Fool card for me, when it comes up in a love reading, it typically means that this is someone that is not like typically, you wouldn't typically choose this person. And they typically might not choose you. And people might not typically match you guys up together, right? Like if you were in a room full of people and you all were playing a game and you had to guess, you know, who was whose partner, you know, who was whose, you know, significant other, you know, people might not match you guys up together or assume that you guys are together. And this is not about attractiveness. This is not about education. This is not about social status or any of those things. It's just you guys maybe have very different backgrounds or very different styles, but the souls recognize each other and the souls feel at home with one another. Okay, for some of you, you have gone through such a significant transformation that you're a completely different person now. Okay, which is interesting because Scorpio came up in the Virgo reading. And so in the Virgo reading, it was like, well, Scorpio's really changed. So if you do try to reconnect with Scorpio, you're not going to recognize Scorpio. They're in a completely new type of person now, right? So a lot of you may have had a very significant transformation. That message came up for Virgo. So Virgo's dealing with Scorpios. So you know, Scorpio, you might be one of the Scorpios that had a really, really massive change. And so your type may even be changing. You might all of a sudden find that you're attracted to people that you typically wouldn't be attracted to. Okay, your type is changing, and that's a good thing, because sometimes what happens, especially when we're people who aren't very lucky in love, our type tends to be the people who are going to hurt us. But once you've done the healing, once you've done the clearing, once you've gone through the transformation, then you're going to be attracted to the healthy relationships. And that's what's happening for a lot of you here with this Fool card. Again, your friends and family may be like, whoa, Scorpio, this is very different than what we're used to seeing you date. But this is going to be someone that you guys have a very solid foundation together. Your next card here, my dears, is Two of Angels. And so this is balance. This could be in traditional tarot what we know of as Two of Swords, right? And Two of Swords can indicate, yes, it indicates your balance, but it can also indicate fear. Fear of moving forward. Fear of moving forward, right? And the reason why is, again, Scorpio, you might be the one who's wanting to go slow. You might be the one who's like, I really like this person, but let me make sure they're who I think they are, right? You might be the one who's wanting to go slow. But that beginning card, that Fool card, says there's just this pull, there's this call to take the leap, right? And the Two of Swords is like, but I can't. But I can't. It's like this fear, right? Now, typically when we have fear, it's because we're afraid about moving forward, or we're afraid about what we're letting go or what we're moving away from. Something is pushing us out of our comfort zone. And so now is this energy here where you're going to have to move forward, my dears. You're going to have to move forward. Two of Swords is not a good place to be, right? In my experience, when I've done readings for people over the years, Two of Swords is saying this is one of those situations where if you don't get over your fear, you're gonna get pushed. There will be some kind of a tower moment. So for example, maybe you don't want to date this person because you're concerned or you're worried about what your family might say or what your family might think. Well, you may have a falling out with those family members and you may not be talking to them anyway before too long. So you may as well move forward, right? Or this relationship's going to happen one way or another, right? So you may as well move forward. So Two of Swords is just saying to move forward. Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stagnant. Okay? I think that Scorpio, some of you have the fear of taking that, leap into this relationship. For a lot of you, this relationship could be coming in after a very long period of singleness, right? And so it's kind of scary to get our feet wet again. Now, I do want to say, because I feel like this is a significant soulmate, it's kind of like there is a divine intervention. There is like a divine push here where it's like, nope, you're meant to be with this person. You're meant to explore this relationship. And because this is a general reading, there's going to be different outcomes for different ones of you, right? But for many of you, the overall feeling here is that this is a relationship where you're learning to step out of your comfort zone, embrace your transformation, and get over your fears. Get over your fears of letting somebody in, right, Scorps? Your next card here is Seven of Stars, and Seven of Stars is listed as faith, right? Here in this deck it says as faith, believing, believe. But also, Seven of Stars in traditional tarot would be Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands is standing your ground, right? A lot of the times when Seven of Wands comes up for me in a reading, someone is concerned about how to be successful at something. Like somebody is asking, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do to ensure that I have a positive result? What do I do to make sure I don't, blow this, right? Seven of Stars just basically says, or Seven of Wands just basically says, keep doing what you're doing. That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's all you have to do, right? It's like we get nervous. The wheel starts turning. Things begin moving forward. We're like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And Spirit's like, hello, just keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is what made the wheel start moving. So just keep doing what you're doing. That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing. So don't feel like you have to change things up. Don't feel like you have to, I also feel like this is a bit of a, I don't know if I want to say a warning to you, Scorpio, but I'm getting a feeling with this card where Spirit's like, relax, relax, right? It's like all of a sudden this relationship is moving forward. It's making progress, right? It seems good. This is someone who wants what you want. You guys are on the same page. You're talking about the future and everything is great. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, you know what? I don't want to blow this. Let me hurry up and let me go find like a Reiki healer. Let me hurry up and go and book that workshop, that seminar. Oh my gosh, you know what? We need to like go and we need to go to like a retreat and we need to do all of the happy molecule stuff and we need to do all the clearing. Like Spirit's like, relax, stop. No, you don't. You don't need to do any of those things. You don't need to do any of those things. If you want to like make sure you're keeping on top of your prayer and meditation in your daily life, that's always encouraged. Keep doing that. But you don't have to go above and beyond and like do the extra. You don't have to hurry up and go and like find someone to say, hey, my life's going really great. Please make sure I don't blow it. Please, you know, intervene. Please tap into my energy and fix this and clear this. Spirit is like saying, no, just keep doing what you're doing. There's no need to do the extra. There's no need to feel like you have to, you know, make sure of anything. You're on the right path. Just keep moving forward. That's it. Okay? Don't complicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. Alrighty, my darlings? I also feel like for some of you, and I'm not being a negative Nancy here, I'm just telling it like it is, Scorpio. You know that I have to do that. I have to tell it like it is. Because you guys come from very different backgrounds, there may be some disapproval from family members, from friends. You know, that Two of Swords was not here for no reason. Right? There's some hesitation here. Oh, there's some fear here in moving forward. There may be family or friends who just don't quite get, you know, what this relationship is, or they might not understand the connection you all have. And so you might have family and friends that don't like the person that you're with, or this person that you're with may have family and friends who don't like you. And you're like, how do I fix it? How do I make them like us? And Seven of Wands is saying, don't do anything extra. Don't start, you know, taking people out for a night on the town. Don't start buying people presents. Don't start, you know, baking and cooking for everybody. Don't start kissing up to everybody. There's no need for that. Just keep doing what you're doing. Allow the relationship to blossom and grow to be a healthy and happy one. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if the people in your partner's life see that you're good for them and that you're making them happy and you're not spreading any kind of hate or gossip or trying to, you know, turn them against anybody, you know, once they see that, you're going to grow on them. They're going to like you. They're going to accept you. And vice versa. Once your friends and your family see that this person is making you happy and that this is a healthy relationship and things are going well, they're going to start to, you know, all right, okay, you know, this person's growing on us. We guess we can accept them. You know, you don't have to change anybody's mind. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to reason with them. You don't have to kiss up to them. Just keep doing what you're doing. Alrighty, my dears? Be sure to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign video, your Venus sign if you haven't already. A lot of people swear by their Venus sign when it comes to love. If you're not sure about your planetary placements, or if you're wanting more like, zodiac compatibility information, you can definitely check out the folks at Truly Divine. They're still being super awesome and still offering you guys the very generous 30% off their already very reasonable prices on as many reports as you want to get. If you want to get a natal chart analysis, if you want to get more than one love and relationship compatibility breakdown, whatever you want to do, you can use the Angel 30 code as many times as you want. And so that'll be in the description of the video. If you want a private card reading with me, because I'm not an astrologer, I don't do anything on Truly Divine. Truly Divine does their own stuff. I've got nothing to do with, you know, their breakdowns and their readings, because I'm not an astrologer. I'm not qualified to break down anybody's chart. But if you want a card reading, more than happy to give you a card reading. If you want to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, every single day on Instagram and Facebook, Amethyst Angellight, I post a daily message. I post a fun little pick a card game. And every single month, one person from the social media wins a free 30-minute reading with me. So check that out as well. Hopefully I'll see a lot of you all in the weekly videos. But until then, my dears, thank you so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful September, Scorpios. Take care.